today. From M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Jeff Driscoll and the Cleveland Browns.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. I had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your...
Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Leading them out, their quarterback in his 5th season now at 6'4", it's Jeff Driscoll.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership. That's what he's trying to accomplish.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
First down, Browns.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds across midfield at the 48.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. Back deep, D.D. Westbrook. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Now we get our first peek at the Ravens offense, and at the helm, of course, the most valuable player of the NFL in 2019, Lamar Jackson.
And to me, he's one of the 2 most difficult guys in the league to game plan for in the NFL, and I add Patrick Mahomes in that category. But just about every team we talk to getting ready for Lamar Jackson says the exact same thing. We've got to slow him down running the football. yet no one's been able to really do it consistently. Now, the most impressive thing about his game to me, how he's developed as both a passer and a leader. His team believes in him. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Jackson going to look to do it himself. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
Complete to Royce Freeman. No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
And 10 yards to go.
Jackson from the shotgun. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. And the man with a big new contract, Myles Garrett, in there to take him down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Back deep, Antonio Brown. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. First carry for Raheem Mostert, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The tight end, Cameron Brate, was the target. And now it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 39. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Mostert, and this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Marshawn Lattimore there defensively.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
A loss of 5 yards. And it's 4th down.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. We're scoreless after 1.
No score.
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Their own 21-yard line.
Baltimore's set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson, he's going to keep it himself. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's the third-year man from Oregon. It's Royce Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
To try here for the extra point.
The point after.
It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The offense trots back onto the field, and we take an in-depth look at Royce Freeman. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you got a talented back, give it back to him.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Jackson now off the bootleg. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now it's Freeman. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Taken down.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
He's on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Jackson, option right. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 6.
From the gun, Jackson. He'll go underneath with it, finding Freeman. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And this is picked up by the Browns. 20, 10, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
35-yard line.
Offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Larry Ogunjobi on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at their 49-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 35. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Complete to
Raheem Mostert, 35 yards. And the Browns add on to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. With it on the return now, here's Westbrook. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Ravens take over.
We get a glance at the Browns defense as they file into position. And for their efforts so far, they deserve a little defensive montage here.
I like that. I like how you recognize what they're doing out there and how much fun they're having, because that's indeed what's going on. beating them to the punch just about every snap now, swarming, swooping, taking the ball away. This is a lot of fun to watch.
Opportunistic, right?
Very much so.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Eluding the pressure right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Operating from the gun. Jackson. This is caught. It's Cooks. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And Cooks has it over the middle. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He goes underneath to Freeman. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
10 more yards. Complete to Royce Freeman.
And Jackson throwing once more. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
18-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. The open man is Westbrook. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
2nd and 1 at the 9-yard.
Play action. Now Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking to go back to Cooks one more time, and it's 3rd and short.
Incomplete. Casey Hayward on the coverage.
Again, Jackson. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
On for the field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
Ravens 3.
Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We get things started with a good one in the NFC. Seattle traveling down south to take on Atlanta at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And that one finds the Falcons out in front. Zach Pascal, a touchdown reception. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they currently trail the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Cole Beasley, a touchdown reception. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. Aaron Rodgers with 2 touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Coming in, he really likes his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Freeman again, a first down carry. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd down now, it's Freeman. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. From the gun, Jackson. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Baltimore. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Mostert, the ball carrier.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still had the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4. It continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Well, nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
At the 43-yard
One of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Kareem Jackson on the coverage.
Throwing again. Jackson. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He's got a man. It's Williams. Williams loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the 4th quarter.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one caught by Cameron Braid.
Complete.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Ravens' 32-yard line.
Lets this one rip toward Graham. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
Marshawn Lattimore there defensively.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
They go play action here on 1st down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they'll get this down to the 10. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll drop the throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jimmy Graham there to make the grab. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Turning into a really good performance on the road, week 1. You're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. And it's 21-3. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. With it on the return now, here's Westbrook. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10. At their own 29-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now from the shotgun, he'll throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
All-star offense.
So that'll back him up 5. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Now Mostert. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Browns on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at third and a few inches.
Let's not quibble about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Now the rookie runner from App State, it's Darrington Evans.
Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert.
And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 23.
It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Evans.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Here's Mostert.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Browns, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.